So we're going to be customizing our ribbon. And to do that, we're going to go to File and Options. And we should be in Customize Ribbon. And on the left, what you're looking at are the various commands that you can add to the ribbon. And on the right are the commands that you currently are using. And we're going to be inserting a new tab after Home. So let's click on Home, and then we're going to click on New Tab. And you'll notice that it inserts after. And so what we're going to do is click right up on this new tab. That's a horrible name for a tab, so we are going to rename it. And we want to call our new tab Views. Or actually, they want it to be called your name. So I'm going to key in my name. And then I'm going to click OK. So now I've got a tab. As soon as I'm done here, I will see a tab right after Home that has my name on it. And so at this point, there would be no groups and no commands in my tab. So what I'm going to do is create a group. So let me select New Group, which is really not a very good name for a group. And I'm going to change the name to Records. Let me rename this. And I'm going to call it Records. I think they want two. They want one called Views. So the first one is going to be Views. And then I'm going to add a new group. And I'm going to rename this one. And this one is going to be called Records. So I've got a tab with my name. I have two groups. I've got one called Views, and I have one called Records. So at this point, I have a tab, I have two groups, and I have no commands. So my next step is going to be to add commands to both of these groups. So I'm going to click on Views and add commands there first. And the commands are listed over on the left-hand side. And by default, it is only showing the popular commands. You can click on the arrow and change it to all, which we will be doing. But if the command that you want is displayed, you can click on it and then add it to the View group. And so in our View group, we're going to be adding several commands. We are going to be adding Form View, and the commands are in alphabetical order. So let's add Form View. And then we are going to add Print Preview. Let's go down. And there's a couple different commands for Print Preview. And if we point and pause, we can actually see a little bit more. And we want to choose the one that's got the file Print Preview. So let's select that one. So we've got our Form View, we have Print Preview. We are also going to select Report View. And here's Report View. And then finally, we are going to select Design View. And I believe that's just listed as regular old view. So we got Form View, Print Preview, Report View, and just regular old view. Okay, so in that group, we have 4 commands now. And we're going to move on to our Records group. And instead of just popular commands, they would like us to change to all commands now. And so you can see why it's kind of nice to limit, because there's a ton of them. And so what we're going to do is select ascending, okay, which is basically a sort order. And we're going to add that. And then they would also like us to add delete record. And again, these are alphabetical. And when you display all of them, there's just a ton of them. And so we've got quite a few. That's a delete column. Delete query. You want delete record. All right, so this is the one we want. Actually, that's not the one we want. Let's remove that. It is this one with that particular icon. There we go. And let's see, they want the find command. And they want the new command. And these are all commands that deal with records. Or they should be, since we're putting them in the record group. So this would be for a brand new record. And then finally, they want the spelling command. There it is. Now, we've got both of the groups fairly well set. They've decided that they don't like the icon next to spelling, and they would like that to be changed. So if we right-click on spelling and we choose rename, we get into this little window where we can actually either change the name of the command, or we can change the icon that is associated with it. And it looks like they would like that icon. So let's select that one. We'll keep the name the same and click OK. And at this point, we've got our tab, we've got our groups all set up. We're going to go ahead and click OK. And we'll click OK again. And then you can see right after home, you should see your tab, and then you should see the two groups that you created. So if we go into technicians here, and then we go into print preview, we can see how that works. And then let's click form view. Takes us back to our form. And let's click in the last name, and then we can test the spelling. Of course, let's ignore all because I think we're going to get quite a few. Let's cancel. So we know that button is working. And then we're going to go into customers here. And what you need to do, so I can see that you've got this all set up, is we're going to do a screenshot of this database window. Okay, so if you have dual monitors like I do, you're going to have to press Alt and print screen. If you don't have dual monitors, you can just simply press your print screen key. And then we are going to go into Microsoft Word. So I've launched Word. I'm just going to go into a blank document. And I'm going to retrieve my screenshot using paste. Okay, and you do need to do this so that I can see that you did indeed customize your ribbon and created the groups and everything you were supposed to. I can also see your interface as well. And so we are going to save this, and we're going to put it into our Access Level 2 Chapter 7 folder. And we're going to call this thing 7-Custom Ribbon. And you don't need to worry about printing that, but you are going to be turning it in. So I'm going to close it, and that returns me to Access.